Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today we're in Hayate. Yes, it's in the shop, all right, but you can get it for global XP. I mean, and it don't take much, right, to get me to play Hayate. You just say, can you play Hayate? And I've already played 4 games in it. All right, now you see my win rate drop. Why is that? Absolutely crazy people. All right, I played the last night and this morning, and I have had nothing but crazy people. That and facing some really good divisions. I actually wish I had saved all of the matches because you guys would laugh if you seen all the divisions and crazy people today. You can see here in this match, I take out the destroyer right off the bat. There's going to be a division over here that I spot in the middle. That has that you can see I get radared. I'm spotting, right? I'm not hiding in smoke. I'm in fact I get a good perma fires on breast. I kill breast. And then right after this, I get one of these battleships, right? I'm like nobody is shooting at Stalingrad, right? So I go over to do it.
Our destroyer is useless, guys.
No, I've run across this player a few times. This is a morning match, so I know this player. If I had seen him in my match, I would have just muted him because he's does this all the time. He bitches about everybody, calls people the N word. Um, I should have known better, but he's also at the back of the map. After I've killed 3 people, took the cap, completely killed the destroyer, and he's in the back of the map on it with a Jur. Like, come on. You gotta be kidding me. I should have saved all these examples of the crazy people with people just yelling at each other in chat and absolute madness. But this guy I've always had problems with. I should have just muted him. And to be fair, I did mute him after this, and I'll just permanently do that. I'm gonna stay out of game chat though. It's been pretty toxic lately, as you can see. He clearly didn't help much, right? And I was terrible. The next guy, this is the king of all kings of crazy people. So we're in a match. I get in a fight with a destroyer. He has 3 battleships helping me. So I break contact with a smoke after he smokes up. Right? Uh, and then I actually back out of the smoke here in a second and then kill that destroyer too. But we have a battleship spanning chat that says, I need information while he's sitting behind an island, right? Behind an island. And then I, I said, hey, don't spam chat, why, especially while you're hiding. And he goes, I'm not making this up. Hey, I'm not kidding you guys. He said, I wasn't spamming chat, as you could clearly see he was. And I didn't hide, which he clearly did. And then he got mad because I didn't go around to the 2 islands and spot a battleship for him. Even though he's in a Wisconsin top tier, he could have fended for his little old self. All right, and then he called me toxic because I said that is a bad idea running around an island to spot 1 battleship and not worrying about the cap. I actually almost showed you guys this match just because of how good it actually was. Uh, but it was literally, you can see our battleships kind of hiding behind islands. It was a lot of me torping and gunboating when I had the chance. So not a great match, but there was some pretty boring parts in it. But this, I'm not kidding you guys. I should have recorded all of them because finally at the end, I was like, I'm gonna save a few of these. This is absolutely nuts. But that being said, even the couple of you guys that watch the channel have been in these matches and know how absolutely crazy you are, and you guys have been lucky enough to be on enemy teams. Now, that being said, I got 2 good matches for you. One's going to be pretty quick, the other one's not going to be too bad. First match is crazy people on the red team. All right, like this is absolute bonkers. So I know there's there's a destroyer over here. Obviously, I'm located, and there's 2 battleships. I'm not located by the battleships. I throw one set out because a lot of times destroyers come over there. We're gonna find out that was actually a good torp set over there. He just dodged it. And then also we're gonna have an Aki, and I did see the Aki come up, and I was thinking, okay, this guy's just gonna nose in around the island and just sit there, right? And do what Aki does, right? And I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna get a couple torps on him, keep him out from getting out of the cap, and then we're gonna go ahead and you know, just be a troll. This ship, man, I'm not kidding you. The last couple days with the crazy people, I have been just all out, full gun boning, guns blazing the whole time because I just haven't had help, and that happens. And I'm not saying I've had the worst teammates ever, because that isn't true. I've had some good, but I just it hasn't had much help. So Aki's gonna hit a torp there. That's important because he damage comes that right away. And obviously I'm thinking, oh, he's gonna back up, but he doesn't. So it is now time to get fires. And I'm gonna be a cheeky son of a gun here. And I'm gonna use this island to go ahead and use why I love Japanese destroyers so much. We're gonna go ahead and just use our rear guns and get them on fire. Also, you're gonna notice our incapable is telling me to back up like I have no idea what I'm doing. To be fair, I probably, I could see his point, but these enemies are going to be absolutely crazy. Like, you got Aki absolutely charging in, and also the way he's charging in, and this is a very common thing that I've been starting to change lately, makes me think he is RGA mod, right? Where he can guarantee spot 3 kilometers. And you're gonna see I realize that, and I start to go forward. People using RGA, listen, if you want to, I'm not ripping on you, but it doesn't really help you. Not against good players. Will it catch bad players off guard? Absolutely. But more times than not, you're just giving up the detection and the fire dispersion for almost no reason. All right. And using it to shoot 22 kilometers, you should not be shooting 22 kilometers in anything, not even champagne. All right. So obviously we know that. We kill him, and then the destroyer absolutely charges in. And we're going to go ahead and focus on him. Now, actually, somebody's actually going to give us a little bit of help here. Now, I actually thought he was going to go unspotted here, but we're going to keep shooting our guns off. And somebody's actually going to get a decent little hit here. You can see we're kiting away. Well, Japanese destroyers with their guns mainly being on the back is such a huge bonus in a lot of gunfights if you position yourself well. So I like detection on them. I can spot them, get turned out, and then go. So now Andrea Lusa charges into the cap. Like, hasn't seen what's happened to his friends. And then we kind of know what's coming. We know shots are coming. And we've done a good job considering what we've been doing of keeping our health. And we're just going to go ahead and help finish him off. Then we got a GK charging in who hasn't realized what happened to his first 3 enemy teams, or his 3 first teammates. In this match, we're going to get a decent amount of help too. This is one of the matches where we do get some help, but we're just going to start laying into them, right? At this point in the match, I want to keep this cap, because I'm a troll. I do not like giving up caps, and actually, we had some good matches. I almost showed you guys another match where I can't remember what fleet it is. I think it was Pain or Old Boys. It was a really good match, and absolutely we won. And I was really shocked because it was like one division of 3, and then another division of 2, and we on our side we didn't have a lot, and you guys almost saw that match, but clearly there, decent game. Got a cap, killed a destroyer, almost had 100k, really helped our team obviously there. Now this next match isn't going to be nearly as crazy, but it's gonna be odd, right? So I chose this game because it's like a lot of smart plays in this, and a couple dumb ones. In this one, we know where this destroyer's coming, right? The destroyers do this way often and try to shoot this gap or sit behind this island here. Don't. It's such a poor idea, man. You can't spot the guys behind the island that's the behind of me. And like I already know where he is. And right now I'm more focused on this division. You're gonna notice there's a whole entire division in front of us. And you can see we have a couple battleships and a cruiser here. And actually more are gonna come over here. And the lack of whatever happens to this team is absolutely crazy. Like with all we got, I think it was like Aki or a Sue or something. I can't remember. There's something behind me as we death strike that Jutland, and he was actually sitting right along that island. That's not a great idea. But we're gonna go ahead and we know we got spotting from one battleship charging in. So I'm thinking, man, I got to do something. And you're going to, like, I wanted to go after Drake first. And the reason was he's closest to the cap. Carl, I'm thinking, okay, he's going to be spotted the whole time. We're spotting, and then also, with our teammate spotting here, we're able just to go to town. And I'm trying to get rid of the cruisers more than I am Carl Johan. Carl's a very good ship, but I'm not as worried as the damage output in most scenarios against Carl as I am these cruisers. And it doesn't really matter. They're all in a division. They're all in a fleet together. And you can see how long these guys hold off. I don't know. I'm not trying to be rude to our team. I don't know. That St. Louis is broadside most of this beginning of the map. I mean, we had battleships over here that overmatch these cruisers, and nothing just happens to them, right? Granted, I'm focused on Carl, but I don't want to waste the smoke. Our battleship that charged in died pretty quickly, and we're gonna do our best to, while we have the little bit of this smoke left to help out, then we can see the St. Louis charging in again. Like, I don't know how he's still alive, right? It's a St. Louis. If you're not doing a good job dodging, this thing is easily killed. A great ship, by the way. I love it. You guys are going to have a crazy game in that thing. I got a crazy game in that. Like a 4,700 game or something, I think, in St. Louis I got to show you guys. It's absolutely bonkers. So, our hybrid is dropping torps, and he is not hitting anything. I not trying to be rude, but somebody actually gets the Citadel on St. Louis, but you can see we've done 51,000 damage to these guys. So outside of that one Citadel somebody got on St. Louis, we're not getting a lot of help. And there is now a third battleship over here, and our cruiser has died. So this division is doing a good job of getting rid of my team, right? And this has happened to me a lot, and I'm not complaining, but when you don't get support as we get a good hit on Carl, I'm worried about torps coming from St. Louis, and I get caught off guard because I didn't think Carl was going to throw torps here. So my bad here, dumb play. I should have known them were coming. But in this, I'm trying to make sure I'm spotting while these battleships are behind the island. But I didn't have a lot of support in Hayate. And Hayate is one of them ships where I don't always need a lot of support, but just a little bit. Like, I can't 1v3 a division, and I had to do that too many times the last night, yesterday and this morning. And I forgot, and I remembered why I do not play at night much, because some of the worst players play at night. Like, if you want good, tough matches that are hard to do, play in the morning. Not to say there ain't bad players in the morning, but you don't have as many of them crazy people. Or the mornings are better players. Like, the kids aren't in school, or kids are in school, all that. Now, you can see there is one destroyer or one cruiser here that's squishy and a Missouri, right? And finally, I just get fed up and start shooting because it's like, come on, guys. Um, like, why are you both of you still behind an island with one cruiser here? Like, what? Um, Now, to be fair, this Bismarck is actually all of a sudden decided he's going to charge up now. But he's also going to kill an area AFK player later, so score isn't going to be too bad. And to be fair, he wasn't awful. Just kind of showcasing how sometimes you don't get support. Hayate, for some reason, I generally don't. Whereas I can be in Jaeger, and Jaeger is so good. Like, Jaeger is one of the most underrated ships in the game, but I'll actually get support in Jaeger. And that's why I have like an 80% win rate in Jaeger, because I think people expect I need help. I think is how it works. I get good support a lot of times in Jaeger. And then, to be fair to Bismarck, he does finally hit this Drake decent. It took him a little bit. But it, you know, is what it is. You see, we're gonna go ahead and try to get this cap now that the team has finally got them guys out. And credit to Bismarck for pushing up, but I did want him to push. We know there's like a full health Missouri here, so we're gonna try to help Missouri here. I actually thought Bismarck might have had a heal or something. As you can see, I'm going to drop smoke and try to help him. So I thought, man, maybe he's going to be okay for a little bit. And I could really help him. Because Hayate, when you get your guns off, man, it can do some really crazy stuff. As you saw earlier, where we did 160 some thousand with basically only our guns for the most part. Like, I love Hayate. For a ship that doesn't have like a sonar or a radar or a really crazy gimmick, just Hayate is awesome. And it's not overpowered at all. Like, it's still a good ship and it's still a challenge to play. Also, credit to this Pazarski, man. This Pazarski played pretty darn well rewatching this. And he's going to help me out because I go to hunt the destroyer. I don't care if I don't have much help. It's a Kagero. I'm okay. Like, I generally, in hand-to-hand combatives, I know he's full health, but you can see even without the help we were getting, we were actually going to win this fight. But Pazarski, credit to him, absolutely does help and then does a good job of it. And then we're going to go ahead and worry about getting the cap. And Turpitz misses his shot. But like I said, for a ship that doesn't have a gimmick, it's still a challenge to play, but it's a good ship. Like, this is my favorite destroyer to play. Yukikaze, I mean, Jaeger. I like gunboats and torp boats, but I have a lot more fun in Japanese destroyers and torp boats when I'm playing destroyers. Because nobody expects you to shoot your guns off. In fact, Shimakaze I use, if you give me a ship to hunt Gdansk, I'm going to take Shimakaze. Because the way I use that ship with the fast torps, like, Gdansk's do the most obvious crap every time. They radar, they smoke up to get the bonus, and then they sit in their smoke, and then they get dev strike by my Shimakaze torps, because I take the short, fast ones, and they never can see them coming with Sella. And it works so well. Like, I can't wait. I got a couple good videos showcasing that. And maybe a montage of Gdansk's dying, because it's hilarious. But here at the end, we're just trying to help our Pazarski, because he's taken a few hits. Obviously, probably not sitting the best. And we're going to try to help finish off Turpitz as well. But we did get 2 caps. Had a very solid match, as that AFK cruiser is going to go down 2 here in a second. Yeah, the Bismarck gets them, so Bismarck kind of got a free kill there. But kudos to Pazarski, and to be fair, Bismarck did push at the end, so that was helpful. But a very solid game. And also, wanted to say thank you guys for all the wonderful comments on the Warships game, or the Warships or Wargaming video that I had, where I talked about Wargaming not being a little bit too money hungry and not fun to work with. You guys were super amazing on that video. So I figured I'd do an extra one today. Plus, it was Hayate. It gave me an excuse to play Hayate. And then also, guys, real quick, this week with dentist appointment and Christmas event on Fishing Planet, a little strapped for time, especially getting ready for Christmas here. So that being said, we have a couple matches that are going to be stream matches, which I don't normally do. But because of that, just keep in mind there is going to be a couple of them, but they're such good matches. I did want to show them off. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time, folks.